Okay, today is October the 24th, 2024, and I wanted to do a video this morning. It's about 10:15 a.m., and so I was just going to do a short video journal and also do a walk around of the property and show some of the work that I've got done here the last few days. So mostly signal disruptions again. I'll try to do a video without too many disruptions, hopefully. So anyway, I've just been busy this week with homeschool teaching, doing all the laundry, washing bedding sheets. I've done some deep cleaning in the house and a little bit of organization, cooking meals 3 times a day, finance management, just different things like that. And then I've also got some additional outdoor tasks completed. And so I was going to do, if I can keep getting signal, I'm going to go around and show a few of the things that I've got done outside this week. I've worked not that much outside, but maybe an hour to an hour and a half each day. And so I do have a lot that I need to get done, and I've updated my to-do list. And I think I'll go over that real quick in this video and just kind of show some of the work that I do around here. So I have a list made, extra to-do list for the rest of this month, November and December. And so I've separated those into indoor work and outdoor work tasks. And so this is all the extra stuff I've got to get done in addition to homeschool teaching, grading, planning, laundry, cooking 3 meals a day, cleaning, getting some minimal things at the grocery store, finance management weekly, PE activities with Caleb, family activities, work up at my, visiting other people that work up at my mom's. Okay, so this is my extra to-do list, the things I've got to get done between now and the end of December. And I keep getting signal. The signal keeps cutting out, so I'll try to get through this. Okay, so outside the house, what I have left to get done, I've got to paint my shed porch, gather walnuts with Caleb from our black walnut trees, clean up my raised beds, prune the brambles, cut back brush, saw 2x2s for stakes next year's garden, build a center block potato bed with Mike, bring in soil and put that in a truckload of soil for that potato bed. Bring in a truckload of compost to put around my trees and my berries, water seal the picnic table, spot stain the driveway, cut down a couple of dead trees, remove the old watermelon bed, cut down the mint bed, do an outdoor work day at Mom's, woods area, clean up on our property, detail and wash the vehicles, and put half-rate holly tone around my evergreen trees. So that's the work I've got to get done outside between now and then. And then the indoor work, the extra indoor work I've got to get done between now and the end of December is to can French onion soup, freeze a bunch of French fries and hash browns, dehydrate hash browns, make and can chicken stock, make and can beef stock, organize files, menu planning, inventory, and organize the freezers, finish holiday shopping, buy 3 turkeys, put those holiday cooking. I do all the cooking for Thanksgiving and for Christmas for the family, and we'll also attend a couple of additional Christmas parties that I'll also be cooking for and attending those gatherings. Organizing, deep clean our bedroom, organize and clean the utility room, organize the coat closet, clean out Caleb's closet, celebrate Caleb's birthday, celebrate Joshua's birthday, make kombucha and make kefir, yogurt, and sourdough and keep that going weekly. Make a big batch of hard lye soap, make big batch of homemade candles for the year, help Hannah organize her closet and drawers. I've got to spot stain some of the concrete around Joshua's rugs where the stains come up, spot stain. Replace a couple of pieces of furniture in Joshua's room, take off the old, bring in the new, change the HVAC filters, do garden planning, build a pasta drying rack with Mike, and then if I have additional time, reading or audiobooks, additional baking, and sewing projects. I don't know if I'll have time to start a sewing project or not between the end of December, but I do plan on doing that over the winter. And I do have a preliminary list made for January through March, which should include some additional time for myself, to be able to work on sewing projects. I've already got all the materials and things. I just need to get started on it. And then I have a few additional small homesteading wood projects that Mike, Caleb, and I are going to build on the weekend, maybe about 3 over the winter, and pick days where it's even if it's in the 40s, if we've done that before. We have thermals on or have flannel on, or coats we're good, so we can still work on that outside. So I kind of look forward, and some additional sewing projects, and of course more, finish up my garden planning. And then also probably as we're eating down what's on our shelves, especially things that I had gotten from Aldi's previously or canned goods. I'm going to be doing more canning over the winter, home canning things to put on the shelves to replace those items. My goal is not to buy any more prepackaged store-bought products or canned foods from the store and just do it all myself. So I'm trying to create space on the shelves, getting rid of the old, and then start canning. Just do all canning pretty much. Okay, for those types of items that I'll put in my pantry. So I'll be doing more of that over the winter also. And seed starting, of course, over the winter. Organizing more files, doing planning, additional baking, probably working on my skills. And then come March, we'll be doing a few things like cutting down our Megan grasses, and I'll be tilling up all my garden areas and bringing in truckloads of compost, to get my gardens started. Okay. And then also have to get a truckload of mulch for my mom's beds and my bed, and, bring that in. So that's what's on my preliminary list now for January through March. Okay. But I've got a lot to get done between now and the end of December. And, in addition to cooking 3 meals a day, doing the laundry, cleaning the house, PE activities with Caleb, family activities, homeschool teaching, grading, planning, finance management, managing everything, running errands, okay? So all of that plus all the things I just mentioned. So yeah, I'm going to be busy. Anyway, I've got to get banana muffins out of the oven. I had some leftover bananas, and that's usually what we do with it. If we have leftover bananas, we'll make banana bread. And I've made quite a big batch. I've got 24 muffins here, and so I'll put some of those in the freezer for Mike to take with him to work. That's what I do through the week. Some of the things that I make, I package it, freeze it, put it in there for Mike, so he has it to take to work with him next week. And then I usually do additional batch cooking on the weekend, making, probably a good 2 real big meals at least. And usually on Sunday, that's not counting, the meals I cook that we just eat on Saturday, but usually on Sunday evening, I'll cook a couple of big batches of meals, and that way we have some leftovers, and then he has more food then to take with him through the week. And he also gets a budget, So I'm trying to do this. It literally keeps stopping like after every 30 seconds or a minute. And then there's a pause for like 30 seconds or a minute. That's just, I don't know why we're having such signal issues. I'm having such signal problems with my phone, but it's been that way ever since Joshua got put in the hospital. I didn't have a problem with that before. Although I was having a little bit of an issue prior to that, walking around the property. There would be a little bit of signal disruption, but it seems that's just, I don't know what the problem is. We even got a new modem, because we had to replace the modem after he got out of the hospital, because the internet was off for like 2 days. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Anyway, I'm going to go here and show some of the work that I've got done on the property this week, if I can continue to get signal. Okay, so some of the things that I've done is pressure washed different areas. So I pressure washed the greenhouse, I pressure washed the riding lawn mower and the wagon, which I've already put up. Pressure washed the shed back here. I've pressure washed the porches, the grill, the outdoor furniture, just pretty much the tables, everything got pressure washed. And I also planted all of the pots in my greenhouse with spinach and lettuces, and also my garlic and walking onions. I just, instead of planting those in the ground, I just decided to put them in the pots. And I've done other general, just general yard cleanup and pruning twigs coming up around trees and cleaning up my front porch bed and just a bunch of different things like that, primarily. Just cleaning up the property. So all of these pots have been planted with something. And so I've got a few smart pots in here. So I've got that big one's full of garlic. I think that's lettuces. And then there's another one over here with garlic and some walking onions, and the rest of it is spinach and lettuces. So I'll try to keep that going as long as I can through the winter. And I've still got the rosemary plant here. It's still growing good. And I'll probably bring this into the greenhouse before it gets too cold outside. But okay, got signal back again. Still got a lot of work left to do, like I mentioned on that list. But I should be able to get it done before it gets too cold outside. So this is my front porch area. So it looks better than it did. I've washed it and cleaned out the front porch bed. Washed the table, chairs, the windows, the door, everything. So looks a lot better. Got all the twigs that was coming up around that crepe myrtle tree. Yeah. I'm just doing a quick property walk around. I don't plan on using this garden space next year beside the house. But I am going to be growing 3 large gardens in the backyard. Although I obviously have my raspberries here, and then we still have some space along this cattle panel. Still have space on either side of those raspberries along the cattle panels to put some tomatoes, but that's all I'm going to be putting here next year, and then just start growing things in my raised beds and 3 large garden areas that I'll be tilling up. Okay.